Welcome, welcome, welcome to an exciting Tuesday evening with EME, baby. Y'all know how we come.
We in this thing.
Hey, we from Ward 1, and this is what we bring to the table. We want to help decrease the violence in the city of Little Rock. We also want to change the narrative of the people that come out of Little Rock, that everyone that come out of Little Rock ain't violent, everybody that come out of Little Rock is not a threat. We want to show that we are men of business, and we are role models and mentors. My guest is Leifel Jackson, but don't let me forget my guys. Turk McDirt. Whoa, and Rock City.
What it do?
Rock City, where you been, Jack?
Man, in the cut.
Oh man, you know them people been missing you, right?
Hey, that be all right.
That's why I'm over here smiling.
Yeah,
We
you
got
can't
the
stop
rock
smiling.
back, man. This is a special moment.
Mhm.
We took a little break too.
Yeah.
And this our first time coming back, you know what I'm saying?
In a
We
minute.
took a little break, man, to get our stuff together, get the plan together, write down. You know, if you don't put it on paper, it's not gonna happen. You gotta put it
It ain't
on
real.
paper.
First,
You right.
speaking into existence.
True manifestation.
Yeah, manifest it. Then
Yeah,
write
man.
it down, man, and put the work into it.
What we doing? We been doing.
I miss you guys.
Yeah, man, you know I miss y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all get on my nerve, but I miss my brothers.
All day long.
For real, for real. Hey, man, we've been connecting with a lot of different groups and organizations.
Yeah.
And one of the groups and organizations has been in effect for a long time. Leifel been out here.
Yeah.
And if y'all don't know Leifel, I'm going to let him tell his own story. Because I don't like talking about other people. I like them
OG
telling their
been
own
doing
story.
this thing, man, and we proud of you, brother. And we want to give you your flowers while you here, man. Keep up the good fight, and guess what, man? You got some allies, man. We got your back.
We with you.
Awesome.
We
awesome.
with you.
We with you.
Well, it's an honor for me to be here.
Yeah.
We have some history other too, you know.
Mhm. That's true.
So it's an honor for me to be in the presence of good people doing great things. And what y'all are doing here is amazing, you know, for the however many years you've been doing it. This is my first, well, once before, but I didn't know you guys been going that long,
Right.
you know. And so I always pride myself on knowing what's going on around me. Missed this one.
Yeah, we've been creeping on the come up,
Right.
man.
We've been creeping.
Yeah, we've been
under,
creeping.
under the radar. We've been under the radar,
Right.
putting that work in.
That's
under the radar.
okay.
Man.
It's
It's
all
just
right.
an honor, man.
That cover is for to come off.
Yeah.
It's an honor to have you though, man. Like
Man.
it's a real special moment, man. Like for
A
real.
big
like,
honor.
Well,
is,
thank you.
You mean a lot to us out here, you know what I'm saying? You well respected, you know what I mean? You anything we call for you reach out, you come through. So you know what I'm saying, just to have you here, cause you did the blueprint for me to see. I watched you do it first, you know what I'm saying? And I'm quite sure a lot of us watch you do
Yeah,
it first.
I
You
did.
know what I'm saying?
I did.
So, you know, from the documentary to what happened to us, to the environment that we was in.
Right.
And just to come back home and you was still doing your thing, got the boys club, and I was just still being bad. I was still being bad. And then I woke up. You know what I'm saying? Then when I woke up, I was looking to see who with me. So I was feeling alone, but then I looked and I said, okay, there's a lot of more other people here with me doing the same thing and went through the same way I went, even my team, you know what I'm saying? And it's just an honor for just really all of us to be here doing this, because I ain't never think we'll be at this point where we actually doing a
Right.
meaningful podcast coming from where we came from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We actually, we met it along the way, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And enjoy it, you
Well,
know?
and I think it's important, and I always believe that our past and the things that we live, we should never be ashamed of, you know.
Right.
And me and this young man met in federal prison.
Right.
Okay, he was young. He was coming in prison really young, and he was really hyped. And I was there leveled out. And when the first day when he came in, he was like, "Oh, I want to do this here." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, slow down a little bit. Let's talk about the things we can and cannot do in here."
Right.
And to fast forward to now, I'm totally proud of this young man. And I was telling someone back, and I've been working on this other thing for some months that we've been kind of all dipping in. And when I first started, I said, "There's one person I got to get in contact with," and it was him.
Right.
Yes, because you know when you're doing that and you know what's going on in the streets in our city, you have to make sure that you surround yourself with people who really have your back.
Yeah.
Also, to know that their words carry.
Right.
So if I asked him something and he's given me his word is bond. You know, it's real stuff. So I'm very proud of you. I've never told you since I haven't
Appreciate it,
seen you, but I'm proud of you. You come a long
Appreciate
way. I remember Turtle.
Yeah.
Dirt, but dirt.
That was
Yeah.
dope, Leif. That was dope. We like that. That
So
was
we
amazing.
have to sometime go back and some people call it boasting, but I don't. I call it sharing the past,
Right.
letting people know where we come from and the things that we went through,
Yeah.
and then where we are today. So for everyone sitting at this table, I know y'all all got a history.
Yeah.
His story, his story, and his story. We all got a history, and I think that our young men and women
Right.
need to hear that.
Yeah.
They need to know that they can get through certain things, because there was a time when you do certain things, you don't believe that there's no way out.
Right.
You believe that if I do this, or if I, and I'm gonna say for example, if I shoot someone, I'll never be able to be right again.
Right.
Because I've shot someone.
Right.
But know if you're breathing, God can bring you to the table and put you around good people. And then he can also take the things that you went through and help use those to help other young people not go through the way that you did, you know?
Right.
So it's an honor to be here with you guys. Nephew.
Hey, man, we just got a surprise guest. My brother. This is my little brother. Yeah. Man, we got Lo G up in the house. Lo G, go on, give him the rundown, man. Y'all just want him. This guy here, man, he was one of the wildest youngsters I knew. He was like Turk and Dog, and man, he was really with it, man. The place where my bro is in his life, man, I'm so proud of him too. Like Turk, you know what I'm saying? Like these brothers, they totally turned it around. Like these were menace to societies. Now they are thriving men of the community, man. So you have to apply the trains that you got. And I know it took a lot for y'all to get to that point. So you gotta tell them about yourself, man. Who are you, brother?
Man, I am
Let's put a microphone in for him.
Yeah.
We can put it there. Yeah. Sit right there.
good right there. Yeah, we good right there. Well, as he said, man, you know, back in those days, we was kind of lost. So I'm Keyon Neely, you know what I mean? In those times, we was kind of lost, trying to find who we were.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Emulating California as much as we possibly could.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we came up in an era where that was just what it was. But, you know, now, you know, it's just a total different thing because the basis of what we was doing was like territorial. Just so happened they was Crips. Just so happened we was Bloods.
Right.
That's just how it happened.
Right.
But it was more territorial because of the money. It was money. You can't get no money over here. You know what I mean? As opposed to now they're dealing with their emotions so much. Like, you know, with the social media. Right now they dealing with emotions so much right now. So that's what's controlling them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The social media has everybody feeling like they can be punked. You know, you can't talk to me a certain type of way.
Yeah.
You can't look at me a certain type of way. You know, but when they did what they did in the 90s, when they came and swooped everybody, got everybody locked up, you know, it kind of left a void where I could call Turtle, because Turtle little homeboy got into it with my little homeboy, so I can call him and be like, hey, holla at little man, I'm gonna holla at my guy, and we done with that.
Right.
See, when you start eliminating, locking up everybody like they did with us,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You kind of leave a whole bunch of even more lost guys, you know what I'm saying, looking, because now there's no way, because we knew how to be like, man, that ain't worth talking about. We don't even need to be doing that.
Right.
But see, we understand that they don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like I have to do something or everybody gonna think I'm a punk. You know what I'm saying? But when you eliminate that bridge right there with what's going on right now, it just leaves us, you know.
And it's also kind of different from two OG, because now they in a lot of our hoods in the third, fourth, fifth generations.
Yep.
See, so they feel entitled to certain things and do certain things. And this the crazy thing what people don't know. Two of these, that's the worst war we done had. With my little bro hood. West Side and South Side was a mean war, boy. That was a mean one. We was at war with your hood, you know what I'm saying? Just because y'all was crippin'. So it was just automatic, you know what I'm saying? So
Back in those days, though, and I think he would tell you that my movement was about money. Okay, I didn't really care what you wore, long as you were selling my product. So it was a difference for me than a lot of people, cause mine was totally about money.
Right.
I you know, of course, went to California and came back and blow some things up, but it was about money to me. And the way he said it, I'm gonna break it down in layman terms. We had rules.
Right.
There was rules, okay? If I pulled up and you with your grandmother or your daughter, you gotta buy.
Yes, sir.
You know, those were the rules. You can't do that with the kids, and all of those rules have been broke. So a lot of these young men and women now are running with no rules.
Right.
There's no, wherever you are, and you know, on site. So the rules went out when we were all sent to federal prison through the Met-Rock task force.
Right. Right.
You know, so. And I had the thing because they had me as a shot caller even in the prison. They sent me to 5 different prisons.
Right.
I went to 5 why I go to 5 different prisons?
Well, you know,
You know?
what they did, what I learned about why they did that to y'all is because you can't get stationed too long. To
Can't
build
get
anything.
stationed. You called it.
You know, you can't get stationed too long. And then they had the other, what they call it, diesel therapy.
Diesel therapy.
Yeah, they would not allow you to sit there. There's too much power.
Right.
You know, just how it was.
But
written.
then during the 90 and 95, it's stuff that even the public still don't know. We had the 95 crack riots,
Right.
okay? And
A lot
where
went on with that. A lot went on with
12 prisons
Shut down.
that.
erupted at the same time
Right.
across this country, federal prisons. Even the Aryan Brotherhood groups was fighting with every, you know, we had the crack sentences,
Right.
but they joined in against the system to fight. So this was, when you talk about historical and iconic, those crack riots shined a big light, and I think that the crack has went down. It was 500 to 1. So that means I can come here with you guys with a pound of powder and sit it on the table, and I can come in here with 2 sugar packages of crack,
And get more time.
and you can get probation
You can.
with the pound, but with the crack, mandatory 10-year sentence. So that's what we had to deal with when they came in. It was stacked against us, and they thought, well, they took us out. But now, here we go. It was the ones y'all left behind, the kids, with no guidance. This is what we're seeing on the streets now.
That's why mass incarceration would never be the answer or the key to violence or anything, because you have to have, when you take that many major players off, you're gonna leave chaos, because now everybody's positioning for a position.
That was their daddy, say uncle.
Man, you wiped out all these men, and man, you left these little boys to be men, but now they're being raised by mothers. You know what I'm saying? And man, these mothers can't raise, man. When we got 13, 14, we was up.
We knew what it was. We was already on our way to. Y'all,
Right.
Only knowing to us, we was already on our way to prison.
Yes.
In the next couple of years, not the 21, 22 years old.
Right.
We talking about 15 and 16 years old.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we was already on our way to prison.
Yeah, we were babies. Turtle was 16. I was 18.
I was 16.
20 was 16. Mac was 18. Man, you went at 16
Yeah.
to the state when
To
you
the
first
state.
went.
Yeah, I was
Right.
that first one.
So man, we went as babies.
Yeah.
Well, and I got to tell this story. I always tell this story, but one of his homeboys, it would he be one of your big homeboys?
Which one?
Lump.
I would, I don't give that out too freely.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but yeah.
That would be probably one of your big homeboys.
Definitely
But
would.
let
Definitely
me
would.
tell you, this brother, Of course, we had different colors.
Right.
But when we went behind the bricks, we were Arkansas.
Definitely.
Okay? And that's how we did.
That's how it is now.
That's how we,
Still
but
is.
Arkansas. And during the crack rides, I was locked in my room because I was kind of, had a little relationship with a guard. So she was like, we gonna go and put you in your room so you won't get caught up. They set the building on fire.
Right.
You locked in the
So
room.
I'm locked in the room, me and dude from St. Louis, and I remember taking my last breath, and I thought I heard an angel. And it said, big homie, OG, you in there, smoke everywhere.
Yeah.
And I looked up, and the whole door just flew off the cell.
It's long.
It was Lump. He was really skinny and had big feet. He got me and picked me up, and I said, everybody, let's go out to the center. So, over the years while I'm locked up, I'm like, people need to hear this.
Right.
Okay, I wasn't saved by no crib.
Right.
Right.
I was the crib.
Yeah.
And I wasn't saved by a crib. This kid came in there and got me.
Yeah.
Okay? So when we out here on these streets and we talk about we can't come together, I always think about that. We can definitely come together and do something different.
Right now in the state joint, if you go to the state joint, once they get in there, we together. It's Arkansas, it's Little Rock, it's Pine Bluff, it's, you know what I'm saying? But just on the streets for some reason, we had it's just beef like that.
That was
But in the jump, we got
It's
pants.
the egos.
I don't
Because
get
a lot of times what it is, and most of the times what it is, 100% of the time what it is, your homeboy killed my homeboy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not the direct homeboy or the direct death that happened, but just the pride. Now we locked up. I have to.
Right.
I had to deal with you. But when I'm out, I can't come pick you up and go with you.
Right.
You smoke the homie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can't go to the club.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn sure couldn't kick it nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But see, when we,
Prevent that though.
to
get killed or started, that's why we having a lot of murders now.
That's internal though.
Right.
That's kind of internal. You know,
No. A lot of these murders senseless out here.
now.
Undirected.
Now.
Like our murders back then, they was accounted for.
Yeah.
You know why this person got hit
And
like
see,
that. Now,
that's why we didn't deal with each other.
serial killers
See,
out here.
You still see now though. To your point, now the guys you will see somebody who killed the other homeboy, they'll be together.
Yeah.
Now you will see that.
Yeah, you will.
That's how it is. Southwest in the car with jump. I don't know the specifics.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you're right
That's
about
how
that.
it
We,
You know what I'm
we
saying?
know exactly what you're saying.
Whatever. I don't know what.
Right.
I don't
They
know
cross.
what's going on.
They hybrid.
Yeah, they
They hybrid.
got
Yeah.
guys
They cross
up
and
north,
sits.
Right.
You know, on different sides.
They clicks.
Exactly.
So I'm in the car with somebody who essentially just killed the homie that my homeboy's son. You know what I'm saying? My homeboy. So that's why now it's dangerous. That's why it's so sensitive.
Yeah.
And back then you couldn't. Just think back in the gap, you couldn't come over my house, over my girl house, my grandma's house, or my auntie's house. Now these guys are so familiar with each other's places of comfortability. That's why they so easily get
Right,
killed.
you'll be
It's
killed
easy
out.
for me to stalk you. It's easy for me to
Right.
get you. I know where you are, your mom, your girl, because we became friends because we was in high school. But see, once we become a part of something else, that stuff is.
But you know what though? I'm gonna say that even then, it was who you was.
Oh, yeah.
Because back then I used to stay in Highland Court. In my blue vets and everything. I'm in Highland Court, I park my vet, I'm walking away to the top.
Right.
Because I messed around with Highland Court and West Side. So that was really not the case as far as who killed who. It was kind of who you was. Now, could some of my little homeboys go in Highland Court? No.
No. But see now, they
Totally
don't-
different. You see what I'm saying?
They
So
don't do us like that no more, AG. They don't look at Turtle like Turtle. They don't look at Low like Low. They don't look at Dude no more because we ain't.
y'all not banging.
We ain't out there doing
Ain't
what we
banging
used to do.
anything.
See,
Right.
now it ain't who got. See, back then it was who had the prettiest car, the biggest bankroll,
Yeah.
the largest chain,
Yeah.
the prettiest woman. You know what I'm saying? And it elevated to us too.
Yeah.
It did that the same thing to us too. But now they don't have a hustle. They don't have a grind. They don't have no big homies to be accountable to.
Right.
To be like, let's just say you in the club. Like I know you in the club, and somebody that don't know who you are, you have words with them. And now same thing. The phone call gonna go is who was that? Oh, that was Keyon, the homeboy. The phone call not gonna go. We finna go get into it with them. You finna say, hey, call Keyon.
Yeah.
check, so he can check their home, and that's gonna be different.
Yeah, right.
It's not
Keep
like-
going.
Yeah, it's not like that anymore. They can't decide. It's like
It's only certain hoods you can get that from.
that you can get that from.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
See, we still kind of, we rooted, we deep rooted.
Right.
So it's kind of hard for us not even to get the information when we don't want it.
Right.
We still getting the phone calls when
We
we
gonna
don't
get it
want
regardless.
You see what I'm saying? And so we try to dictate and try to,
Save
puppeteer
life.
back. Yeah, you try to
Try to
puppeteer
save
some
lives,
things that
man.
you want to still be not considered non-active.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it puts you in a place. But these guys nowadays, man, back to not to digress from what you were saying, but these guys nowadays not living off the name, it's the last body.
Right.
You see, and it's disturbing. It's disturbing because the age.
The ages of very
Man,
They
15.
were young like I
14,
was, though.
13.
But you was one,
10,
but
11. Now,
it
it's a
was
lot
one-
of me now.
It was one, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, I'm finna say, don't
A lot of me now.
Yeah, it was
Everywhere.
It was one of one back then. You
You're
know what I'm
right.
saying? Now it's different.
Right.
It's 10 on each side.
10 on
well.
each side.
To even talk a little bit more about that, know this though, that even the younger ones, there's a break in it. There's a break. All of my kids were gang members.
Yeah.
Every one of my children were gang members. But my last two, I broke the cycle. So I believe, regardless of what family we come from or what hood we come from, we can still break those cycles. We can. But they're gonna need to see us break. It can't be the mayor, the governor, the president.
It can't be.
Breaking those cycles
won't
in our
work.
community. It's gonna be us.
It won't never work.
So it's a reason why we're here today. It may not be just generation here. It may be the ones after that.
Yeah.
That cycle that we break. But I believe we can break the cycle. I've seen it.
I mean, we doing it.
We're
I mean,
doing it.
You started out by yourself doing the thing, then next thing you know, you start. We may not get everybody, but we get the people we supposed to. You know what I'm saying? God ain't making no mistakes.
And then-
People change.
And
You know?
then on a whole nother note, we know a lot of active guys.
Yeah.
Y'all know we know the active guys. You know what I'm saying? So I just think if we put it in their head like people put it in our head back, we didn't listen, but now they really want to listen though, man.
Right.
But nobody's giving them an alternative.
No guidance.
And that's what I was gonna say, Keyon.
Yeah.
We gotta give them an alternative.
Yes.
I was just gonna say, where's the solutions?
Yes.
What's the solutions? We done talked about the problem.
Oh, yeah.
We all know the problems. We
Yes.
all know what we've been through. We all know the past. Now let's come up with some new solutions, some out of the box type stuff.
And that's the only
Because
way we're
that's
gonna
not
reach it.
ready for it.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
See, and a lot of times when I was talking to certain individuals in certain little places, they was like, I'm like, man, we need you to, okay, if you I'm talking to you about, hey, I need you to come over and do this, bro, do this. Like, okay, if I put this down, what you gonna replace that?
Exactly. That's why I
You want
keep
me,
saying
you want me to
that.
put this flag down, you want me to put my hood, you want me to just lay down and do what I need to do. What can you do to help me produce some rep? How you gonna help me feed my family?
Right.
And remember, that's what we've been saying.
How
y'all.
can you help me feed my family?
The whole time we gotta
How you gonna
have
replace that?
solutions.
How you gonna replace that sec?
Yes.
You
How
have
you
to
gonna replace that
replace
sack? How you
You
gonna
gotta
replace that
replace it
pistol?
with education.
Yes. How you gonna replace that pistol?
But
How
some
you gonna
positive,
replace all of
something
that?
else.
I mean, more or less, we want. I mean, some of us, most of us, when I speak that, I'm talking about us as a whole. We wasn't as we need some hands on. We need some hands on. What was they doing? Like I said, I was locked up as what did they do when y'all went to high school? When they did the home ec for the girls and what's the
Yeah.
other one for the guys?
Carpentry and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Trade.
Trade. Thank
Trade.
you, sir. Sir, I'm just trying to. That's why I didn't want to see low G, but I wanted everybody to be dressed as men and sir. But I didn't stop you though. But, that's what we need. More trade,
Yeah.
hands on, because everybody not as educated as some of us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So with the trade is what's needed. That's the only. Even the word fits what we saying. We trading for something. We're gonna trade your little flag and whatever. You still not getting no money over there. We know you're not getting money. The money's not being produced how it was.
No, not the way. Not back.
No,
Not back then.
And then
Nah.
we go back to his days. It just started dwindling from his to what I
All the
mean?
way to now.
Yeah, so right now, the solution is what we're doing now.
Yep.
We reach a little lower as far as the age. I go grab somebody 35. You know what I'm saying? Which it's gonna be probably 85% more active than me.
Yeah.
So he'll be more hands on
Right.
to the 25s. that's are right there. You know what I'm saying? So we have to dig a little bit deeper too, but I think we're on the right track though.
Oh, no question.
This
Definitely on the
this
right
another
track.
thing
We
what
on
we
that.
gonna now. This a major thing what because I didn't understand this at first, but now the people that and the things that we've been doing, the people. It's next election. Us, our generation, we got to go vote them right people in. Cause we got them programs for them, and we going to see the mayor. We going to see Virgil Miller. We going to see whoever's over. See, we zone one,
Right.
so we linking in with the Virgil Millers, the Michael, what's his name, Matt? Excuse me, Counselor, I forgot your
his
name.
name.
You know what I'm saying? But you got to link in with these type because what we gonna do on this south side,
Michael Spencer, I think.
we getting that resource center over there where they can come over there if at nighttime and get their GED or we linking them in with that
whole social
that
center.
CDL school or come over here. We
Off
gonna
from everything.
we gonna get you this trade, man.
Yeah, GED.
If you're on dope, hey, we can get you in
Welding,
this rehab.
all of that.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah.
What happened to the trade school that used to be out off the freeway? What was the name of it?
Talking about vocation, the vocation?
Metro.
Metro. What? I mean, is that not active anymore?
I think
Yeah,
it
but you
is
need
for
one
high
in
school.
your
But
neighborhood.
they those for people in school though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
for high school.
For high school.
Yeah.
That's where they send them when they
Take my
in between
daughter.
classes.
For high school.
Yeah.
Right. Job Corps.
They still got
Job
Job Corps. They
Corps.
got Goodwill. Job Corps and Goodwill on the same street on Sky Hamilton. And Job Corps is a baby city. Job Corps is huge.
I went out there and spoke a couple times.
Job Corps is huge.
The new
They
one out
still
there.
a Job Corps?
The new one out there.
Yeah, it's a big
Yeah, I
one.
ain't know
They finished.
Yes, it's like a miniature city.
I didn't know that.
Man, I'm telling y'all, that thing is like,
This
it's huge. It's huge.
This the thing, Mac. When you really being serious about this, because we finna have to block it off again. Now I know my little knucklehead is gonna learn better if I got little Juju, little Pee Wee, they all from the same neighborhood. So if I got them in the same classroom, they gonna conduct themselves a little better. Plus, if they got somebody in there look like them and really on them, they gonna learn the lesson they need to learn.
That's
Now, if I send them out into the community and, hey, between every class, we got to box and get them up. Where you from?
yeah.
Yeah, hit it up. Where you from?
Yeah.
Yeah, they go out right there. Then you too busy knocking in school. You ain't learning nothing.
You ain't learning nothing.
So you got to put them in a safe environment where Rock can turn that back, can come up in that classroom. I can sit in that classroom. Yeah, I'm from. Yeah, y'all ain't gonna disrespect that teacher while I'm up in here.
Yeah. Accountability.
Accountability.
Yeah, but it started looking cool to them though.
Yeah.
You know,
And
I see when they
can
see it
learn
looking
they
cool,
lesson,
they be
can
straight.
get
They
educated.
follow you.
And
Yeah,
we can
for
send
real.
these young men out here into the working place, and they can be productive citizens. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if you want to ride around with a gun, it's legal, and you have the right frame of mind.
And that's
to
the
be
best way they should be
you
trying to
know,
get legal scraps, but they don't see
I
that.
talk
though.
to so many dudes that are not even felons, man, and their guns not even in their name.
That's crazy.
I be looking like,
What are you doing?
what are you
you
doing?
gonna get caught with that?
Right.
Now you're not gonna be even legally.
You have
to
American rights.
even protect your home, man. You can't
They
protect
stand
your
your
home.
ground down here.
You can't protect your home.
You know,
And open the carry.
the difference is, it's our state, and in Kentucky, I trained one of the biggest job corps in our country. The director of it was a 4-star general, and named Billy. He wrote books and stuff, but he was really hardcore. But he would put things there for young men and women who had a potential to fall off and go do stuff in the street.
Right.
And he's, you know, and so after training them, they implemented a program where they brought in other young people to help make decisions about what the other young people were wanting to do.
Like a council.
More or less, but a peer counselor, somebody that was their age. You know, not have me come
Anybody.
in at my age and
Right.
Somebody they can understand.
Yeah.
So, and I think that even in our next move here, we're getting there. We're
Right.
gonna start bringing in. So we're moving. I think I think this is amazing that we're all sitting here. You know, once again, there was a time when this would be unheard of.
Yeah.
But we're not in those times anymore.
No, we not.
But we all with different beefing hoods. All our hoods. is
I
beef.
had some serious beefs.
Right.
Some serious beefs.
We are not supposed to be here
Right.
today from those beasts, man.
at all.
God is great.
At all.
God is great.
I think one of the solutions that we already have put together is unity.
Yeah.
Right.
We've already put it together.
Broke the ice there.
And that's one of EME's mottos: unity with every side.
Right.
Like and we're not just talking about sides and literal. We're talking about if you're a professional or if you're maintenance, if you're black, white, purple, whatever color, whatever job or whatever you do, we want to unite with you, especially if you're on the same page as we. Me and Keyon been knowing each other for a while.
A long
Me
time.
and him work with what's the lawyer name? That passed.
The brother,
You know who I'm talking
older
about.
guy. He was just with Umavi, man.
Yeah, Umavi.
Shakur.
I'm
I forgot his name. They caught the charge together.
Yep.
And he ended up changing some things, man. God, dog, man. The brother, the older brother from downtown.
He had an office on Broadway. He been a lawyer forever.
Yeah, across from
Civil-
Paris Tires.
A civil rights lawyer.
Across from Paris
I
Town.
can't think of
Walker.
his
Who
name.
y'all
Walker, that's him.
Yeah.
That's Walker. John Walker.
Yeah, John Walker.
That's
Yeah,
him.
we did a lot of work.
Keyon and I worked with Umavi, and man, dude put us in a position to win. Mm-hmm. Man, I was working in gardens and stuff. I know
Yep.
nothing about a garden, but I
Yep.
learned
But
to
you
have a
learned,
green
right.
thumb. I love gardens now.
Since
I gotta
we've
have
been
a garden.
together,
For real.
us being seen together, one of my grandkids said, Pawpaw, ain't that one of the dudes from the south side? I said, yeah, that is. What y'all doing? I said, did you see the news thing? You know, but don't you remember what they did? I said, yeah, but you got to think back about what your papa did back then. So if they're able
Right.
to come together with me,
Right.
I'm definitely able to come together with them, whatever happens. So
That's
we
what it's
have to
about, man.
Really, really honestly,
Yeah.
go back. Not forget what happened, but we got to put it in a place now where we can come together because my
Move past
grandkids, your
Yep.
grandkids,
Yep.
they're all in jeopardy right now.
Yep.
Definitely.
Everybody. So when he said that, I just looked and I was like, wow, so they are watching.
They are.
Yeah.
Definitely are.
And they
Definitely
they believe in change. These young people, you gotta
They want
offer
it.
If you
They want
offer
it.
it to them,
They want it, man.
Said, we gotta
They
make,
want it, man.
We gotta make being good cool.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
make it cool
That-
again.
They want it.
Bad looks way too cool.
Right.
Everybody want to be
They
bad.
followed us when we had the big rim.
They gonna do the same
They followed us
thing.
when we had the set.
Right.
They followed us when we went to school.
Right.
They followed us with a job.
They
Right.
follow
So you
us
just
now.
got to keep doing it, keep doing it, keep
Consistency.
doing it, build a team, breed it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got to show up.
We can't breed no
Gotta
more our
show up.
kids with the mothers throwing up the Crip and Blood sign no more.
Yeah, man. That's
we
what
gotta
that's
give
what's so
them the books.
disturbing. That's you know what I'm glad you said glad you touched on that because I was ready to get there.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, we have to stop breeding that stuff, man.
You gotta stop breeding.
We have to stop breeding it, man. We have to stop being this cool to let our sons take certain type of pictures.
Right.
Yeah.
And all of this, we have to stop doing that, man. Look, I had the problem. Of course, especially we got boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I had you know, and I had to sit down and explain it. You know what I'm saying? Explain it. But when something's been told to them all their life about who their dad was, man,
Right.
Yeah.
you know, because most of the time we were locked up in the streets. So when they start inquiring on who their father was, only thing they have to tell him things that they think is cool in our community. Oh, he was a gangster. Oh, he got money. They didn't play
That's all
with
they
your
care
daddy.
about.
So you know,
That's all
so
they hear.
you know, just like if you're a police officer. I mean, if your dad's a police officer, you want to be the sergeant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If your dad was an attorney, you want to be the judge.
Yep.
You
Right.
always want your dad to be like, yeah, that's my
Yeah.
son. You know what I mean?
Gotta
And
stop breeding it.
We have to stop breeding that, man. And when I see it, you know, the guys we grow up with, you know what I'm saying? We see their sons now, we like, damn, dude, let his son do that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Dude, let his, you know.
Start maturing.
Yeah,
They don't
you know
look
what I'm
right
saying?
no more.
Yeah, so I show my boys.
Yeah.
I show my boys. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? This dude, dad, right here. This is the guy I came up with. Look at his son. You know what I'm saying? He shot up and 2 of them dead, and you know,
Right.
and everything else. I'm like, that's cool to know who your dad was, but you got to be better, man.
Way better.
You have to be better. I never came in the house. I had a good switch, man. That's why I was talking about the Low G Keyon. You know, on my Facebook, it say rest in peace to Mr. Low G.
Right.
Because I was done with dude.
Yeah.
We have to be done with them folks, man.
You killed them.
I killed them.
You killed them.
They couldn't do it.
Right.
You know what I'm
But you
saying?
can.
I can.
You can.
You know what I'm
Yeah, we
saying?
can kill
So
our
we have
old
to
self.
kill that, man. That
Our
breeding
old
process that we putting in these kids, man. As far as it's cool, like you said, we got to make it cool to be us now.
Be us.
It was easy.
Education.
Yeah.
Be a
you know.
man.
So
Mature.
We have to replace them with the money though, because you know money.
Yeah.
Money is the biggest thing.
So
Yeah.
then we got to show them how to get it.
Yeah.
This away.
Yeah. This way.
See, when we started, we had to master the art of being broke.
Definitely.
First thing I had to master was, man, I gotta be broke, man. God dog, I'm
Yeah.
broke. Like, man, I had to. But now I'm like, okay, this is what I gotta do. Let me go get a job.
So not to be.
You master not
Let
being
me
broke.
educate.
You master not being broke. Master not going to jail. Master not going to get killed. You know what I'm saying? These are some things we had to master. Then you had to master to really try to educate yourself. Excuse me. Re-educate yourself. Right. You know, so once you re-educate yourself, and now you be like, damn, I was stupid for doing
Yeah. Start looking at it different.
years. You know what I mean? So now it's really time, man. It's time.
The great part about us really being here is my history. You can kind of go back and see back when I banged, national made K.U.R.E award. And then after that, after I went to federal prison and came home, you were able to see that I came home and had an after-school program and worked with kids, and some of my kids went on to become FBI agents, police officers, bank tellers, beauticians, and then just released another documentary. And now here we are again, once again, showing them. So we are doing, we're doing, and they're looking. So as we continue, know that I don't want nobody to feel like, well, it's not happening fast enough.
It's gonna happen.
It's happening. We just don't see the happening. It's happening. There are young men and women looking at what we're doing right now. So we just have to continue. Remember, this didn't get like this overnight.
No, it didn't.
In Little Rock.
Your reward was he gave you 2 of your kids that didn't gangbang.
Yeah, right.
So now you finally got 2 kids that ain't
Broke the cycle.
You know,
That's
the reward.
cycle. You know, and now my daughters and them kids, my grandkids, I'm having to work on them.
Hey, we all gotta work. My son's so out of control, I don't know what to do.
Oh my goodness.
I'm fighting.
Hey, and this is a crazy thing that y'all brought it up. I got a couple of little homies mad at me. So in the park, they finna caught up 2 of them. So I grabbed it. I said, hey man, you know y'all finna cross the gun line. You know you don't want to do that. You feel, right, well, man, you know what I mean? I said, this my job, that what EME job is, man. We finna kill Southside Peru, it's over. Southside Peru over with, so y'all man was going to quote do the last
EME,
one.
baby.
In the next 5 years, this neighborhood would no longer be Southside
It's
Peru.
gonna be EME.
You
So
all day.
y'all can get one of
Empower
them.
your
One of them
environment.
listened to me, but the other little homie went on across that gun. I said,
Hey, man,
boy,
but
you
you
can
got
have
one of
long.
You got one of them.
I got one of them.
You got one of them.
You feel what I'm saying?
You got one.
I got one of them, and I told my little homie, man, EME is here to crush Southside Peru, man. We gonna empower our environment over here, and y'all gonna get with it. We gonna get deep enough, and y'all gonna get rolled over.
Now, see, that's the same thing me and Shay, Gandy.
Yeah.
Me and Gandy was talking about, and Brady Boo, you know what I'm saying? And Ryan, that's what we on. We killing the West Side.
Yeah.
Right.
We killing the West Side.
Gotta
You know
kill
what
it.
I'm saying? We on some wisdom, strength, and power.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at some, go ahead.
See, righteous got to build the biggest game.
Yeah.
See, right now, we losing because everything was negative. The devil was everywhere. But now, got people, we deepen up, or we get deeper, and then our game become the coolest. We become the things that they want to do.
Just
So-
like you said, transition over from the streets,
Right.
to the job, to the school, to staying out of trouble, mastering. Not
Now we
getting
got
killed.
businesses.
Now we got businesses. So now with that, we have limited resources.
Right.
True. We have limited resources, right? So, but with the resources we do have, we have to fully maximize them.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
Promote the full potential of
we
that.
have to, man. Because when these folks, man, they almost at 70. At 70.
Yeah, 70 big time.
You know what I'm saying? So that means something to me because every day when y'all see that, man, they can be one of our boys. Like in real life, they can be one of our boys. So it kind of hurt me like when I see that. It's like we not like we not doing, but it still feel like, man, we can be doing a hell of a lot more.
It's only because, Keyon, it's a process.
Yeah,
And one thing I realized, especially with EME, great things take time. They don't never come short. You remember I was selling drugs?
Oh, we want
you know
it
how
like
fast
that.
you got that money, but when you went to prison,
Right.
everything moves.
so slow money is the best money. We all realize that, right?
Definitely.
So we gotta slow it out. Earned. But we gotta go with the process. And our process right now is unification.
Yeah.
That's where we at right now.
Right.
And then we're gonna move to another part.
Step
But right
one.
now we were unity.
Step one.
Education, business.
Exactly. It's steps to this.
Education,
It's-
business.
It's
You know what I'm
processing.
saying?
We got to move
But the
like
first
that.
thing we got to do is unite.
Right, exactly.
Learn-
Like I kept
I
saying.
think we need to learn how to just be black men again.
Yep.
Because when we start Blood and Crip, that's what threw black men out there. Or
Separated
Black
us.
Panther,
Yep.
anything.
Separated
It threw us away as black men. Because when we were black men, we was at home with our kids. We had one wife. We had some morals.
Right.
When we left the black man alone, we been gangbangers.
We have to remember though that those
Everything.
things was created for reasons.
Yeah.
You know, that was during the time the Crips was created because of the racism in
Sure was.
Southern
Police
California.
brutality.
Yep,
Police
police brutality.
brutality. And the Black Panthers the same thing. So those things that happened in our past and history was supposed to happen, I hate to say that,
Yeah.
for us to even be here at the table today. Now, our mistake would be that we did not learn from them.
That's the truth.
Right.
You know, the worst thing I could have did was when I went in front of that United States attorney, and my attorney said my client can beat every charge you got, and he laid that stuff out and said, yeah, but we're gonna get his brother, we're gonna get his daughter, we're gonna get his cousin, we got 10 of his homeboys, sale, we're gonna lock up 20 people.
Yeah. If he don't.
And the best thing I could have did that day was say, I'll take the charge for
Right.
everybody.
Right.
And everybody go free. And what that did for me, I relinquished money, the gang, the drugs. I was done with it. So when I went into federal prison, not a drug dealer, but a man trying to change.
Yeah.
I felt like Malcolm X. You know, I couldn't read or write.
Right.
You know, but I could cook. I was one of the greatest chefs in the state of Arkansas.
Yeah.
I won the Junior Chef Award. A lot of people don't know that, about 4 years straight. I could do ice carvings.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
You
saying,
call it a
you draw
kitchen?
me a picture, I could do an ice carving just like that, but I couldn't read or write. I had my GED.
Yeah.
I was smart enough to manipulate myself through to get a GED, but I couldn't read or write. So, you know, with that, going into prison, I felt like Malcolm X. The first thing I did was get me a dictionary, and I started Aaron.
Yeah.
From A to Z.
So that means a lot when we go through things to bring us here. So we go back and look at the history of why they were gang members. And I've you know, even back during when we was doing the Black Lives Matter thing, you know, I had to let a lot of my little homeboys know, y'all wait, y'all got to know what y'all are out there doing.
Yeah.
And when you're doing something, know who's standing beside you.
Right.
Because everybody's standing beside you and they're hollering, Black Lives Matter. They don't believe that. They'll guide you. Some young lady ended up getting a federal charge for setting on a police car, setting a police car on fire. Do you think that was her idea or somebody that was beside her? You see what I'm saying? So,
You got a federal charge.
yeah. I think they went and all the rest set a car on fire. A really good, smart young lady, and she caught a federal charge from what I heard. So I guess I'm saying, you know, our past, we can't let that dictate to us that we can't do.
Right.
We should take our past and build on it.
Yeah.
If you know what the reason that the Crips and the Bloods was created, then you go back and you take that good stuff from that and you use that on the young men and women today. So now with the, you know, you said you're gonna take the Peru out and you're gonna go with the EME. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Well, you know, back then that was what they were thinking.
Sure.
We're gonna go with the Crips because we need to go with something that's gonna be protecting us.
Right.
But
Right.
then they were infiltrated, and then they started fighting each other.
Yeah.